None of them. What was that? What were you grabbing at?
He was knocking on wood.
Oh. It looked like you were pulling one of these, and I was like, what is happening?
Double jet skis, baby.
Jeez. Oh, man, it's been a day.
Yeah?
It's been a day. I'm exhausted. It's been a long one.
Been there, bro.
Yo, welcome to Who F Knows podcast. We're in the Brew Bros studio. This is the boy band edition of the podcast. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Yes. See, I literally led with that just to see if somebody would start singing. And now
usually it's Aaron. So I stepped back for a second and then he didn't just do it. So I went for it.
You seemed a little excited, so I was going to let you.
I wasn't. But you, that's you. The singing is your role. You start it, we join in. That's how this works.
Yeah.
If we were a boy band, you would definitely be the lead guy.
It'd be JT. I don't know.
Maybe.
Would we be NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
It would be you and then Patty and then me because you're the most outgoing of anybody.
That's
So
that's very fair.
I'll be Joe Jonas. You can be Nick Jonas. Dave's definitely a Kevin Jonas.
I don't do the Jonas Brothers thing. I'll be honest with you. No, I don't like.
It was
Waffle
just
House.
3. So like fit perfectly. There's only 3 of them. So
there's a bunch of boy bands that have 3. 98 Degrees, LFO. I don't know. That's all I got.
Almost gonna say 112, but it's
112. Yeah, that's true. B2K. How many boy bands?
Is that the
name?
perfect boy band number?
how many boy bands? Did we say One Direction? Sorry, it wasn't.
We didn't say One Direction.
Okay.
But how many did they
Too
have in
soon.
One Direction? 4?
5.
5.
I feel like most bands had most.
Well,
boy bands had
technically,
5.
that's dark. Never mind. I was gonna say technically now they have 4, but
Okay. I meant when they, were performing.
I know what you meant.
Oh man, I didn't come in with anything tonight. I did have a question though. I had a thought, and I'll bring this up because I thought about it last week and I didn't bring it up. Are you allowed to have an American flag these days, like on your house? Like if I wanted to put a flagpole, am I getting judged?
Further question: are you allowed to be patriotic and not come across as like racist?
That's what I'm curious about. I figured I'd bring it to the table for the
Is it
discussion.
racist to be patriotic? That's the hard hitting question.
It's a good question. I'm just curious so here I'll give the backstory. I feel like you want to say something, so I'm going to let you think about it for a second.
I don't know what I want to say. I don't really have an answer. My mind is comprehending right now.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Comprehend.
Take the floor.
It's like a Windows 3.1 in 1998. Yeah. So I've been trying to think of ways to like just improve curb appeal for the house. And I was like, oh, it'd be really cool. Our house is really tall and there's like an open section. I was like, we could do a flagpole just like that guy has. And my wife immediately was like, what flag are you going to put on it? And I was like, why'd you ask like that? I just realized I might not be allowed to just fly an American flag anymore. Is this not a free country?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just so tough because like the guy in charge is so pro-America, which is a good thing in a sense. You want your president of the United States to be pro-America.
Well, the last guy in charge was also very pro-America.
Yeah, but
It's not the pro-America part. That's the problem. Has there ever been a president that's not pro-America?
I don't know. It depends who you ask.
True.
Depends who you ask.
I feel like usually these days when somebody has a flag up, they also make it known
Yeah.
that they're on a certain side some kind of way. Your guy across the street keeps his garage open for a reason, and I truly believe that. If you know, you know. But like my grandparents, they have a flag on their house, but right next to it, they have an Air Force flag and a Navy flag because my grandpa and my great grandpa who lived with them were both in Navy and Air Force. So it's like it's almost like they had to put up the reason why because they are very anti the man in charge.
Boy.
So they're not flying it for that reason. But to your point, somebody driving by might just be like, this house, yuck. I think the way to go about this is just put those lights back out that you had, and then that'll add some curb appeal.
They're still out. I mean, were they on when you
I
got
don't
here?
know. I feel like they're probably just like, I don't even realize they're there anymore.
Yeah.
Mine aren't working for some reason. I haven't.
One of them's gone bad. The milk's gone bad.
Yeah, they're very cheap on lights. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just figured out it was a interesting thought. I figured I'd bring it up.
I will say in my neighborhood, there is a guy with like a 20-foot flagpole, and he had the American flag, and then he had the Trump flag underneath it. The Trump flag has disappeared. I don't know if he was told to take that down, because technically in our HOA, you're not supposed to put up you can't have yard signs for like elections. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you can't have the yard signs, you shouldn't be able to have that flag either. So maybe that got taken.
I want to add some conflict here for you, because I know how you feel about the guy across the street. But I also know how you feel about HOA.
So truthfully, before you say, I don't know how I feel about the guy across the street. I know how I feel about the stereotypes he's diving into, right? He might be a great guy. Because like we always say, you could get to know somebody and they're okay. But based on what I see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty middle of the road, so I get along with everybody. But you're going to love this story. Maybe. It might add some conflict to your brain. You might hard like just...
My brain's not braining right now very well.
You might short circuit. So I know how you feel about HOAs. I was talking to him during the election season, because he put up his flagpole then, and he only flew the Trump flag, Trump 2024. And it was like just up there waving. And that's also not allowed in the bylaws. You can only fly an American flag. And it has to be on a flagpole. It can't be on your house. Like, you have to have an actual flagpole. Anyways, his way around this and how he got away with flying the Trump flag was in our bylaws. It also says that you can put holiday decorations out for 30 days surrounding national holidays. Well, Election Day is a national holiday. So this man flew the Trump flag for 30 days. And he flat out told me this. And I was like, that is brilliant.
Yeah. You kind of respect it.
I was going to say, I respect I respect anyone who finds the ways around the bylaws. I will never, you gain points from me. You get some brownie points if you find a way to screw your HOA. I'm all for that.
Is there like an HOA because I'm not obviously in an HOA. Is there an HOA handbook that they can just keep adding stuff? Or is it like, this is it?
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be.
See, so mine, when I
bought
my
yearly update and like what? I don't.
When I bought my house, these two old ladies came to my house like a week after we were moved in, because I guess they get notified when somebody new moves in. I'm sure they brought me a plant for my house. First off, I didn't take care of it; it died very quickly. I had just bought a house first time. I didn't know how to take care of a plant, much less one indoors. So it died quickly. But with the plant, they gave me a flash drive that had the bylaws on it. However, I have not received another flash drive, and I've been in my house for like 7 years.
Yeah.
So I don't get like a booklet every year. So I don't know if things change.
Do they send out like a letter when they have the meetings? Because they have meetings.
Yeah, we get sent out letters when they're doing like elections and meetings, and like the end of every year they send us, or when they send our bill for our dues, they send out like what last year's dues went to. Yeah. And stuff like that.
Do that. Yeah.
So I'm sure, I don't ever read it. So maybe somewhere in there, they're like, hey, these rules changed. But also, I feel like my HOA is never changing rules.
No, a lot of them don't. A lot of them just immediately vote no to everything, and it is what it is. Ours recently, this is fun. We're going through a whole thing right now where the actual board has just been booted. Like, they went around neighbor to neighbor and got enough signatures for them to hold a emergency whatever at the end of this month, and they're getting rid of the current board and voting in all new people.
I like that. You should get on it.
No, absolutely not.
I've thought about it. I want to take them down from the inside.
I'm not spending my time on that nonsense.
They'd vote me off so quick because I would just vote opposite of everything. I don't care the outcome. Just no. Just all in favor? Nay.
Yeah, you're like what's the toothpaste thing recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists?
I am the 10.
You're the one dentist that's just like, no.
I am the 10. There's been some, even my like older neighbors who I just assumed were like pro HOA are starting to get fed up with some things. Like everybody's just like, I think the neighborhood is just rebelling together. Like everybody's just putting up plastic sheds. Everybody not giving a fuck.
So that's one of the things that has caused an uproar, because there's like a few people that have them already, and they recently allowed the neighborhood to submit like amendments, and then they were going to vote on them. And they only took 2 of the amendments to even vote on. And all the ones they left out, people like went nuts. on Facebook about it. It was fun. It was cool to read.
I'd be throwing a fit about your trampoline also.
Yeah. There was a guy who
Don't
came
like
at me
that.
kind of sideways, and I didn't like that. And that's when I decided I was not going to just get involved in any of this neighborhood beef anymore because I'm crazy. And
Yeah.
I will eventually take it too far.
Your neighborhood's too small.
It's too small.
Mine-
My very first thought was, I know where you live.
Right. I could beef with somebody in my neighborhood and never see them because my neighborhood is huge. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the neighborhood is starting to rebel, and it's a beautiful thing.
So is the new HOA board, is it going to be like a
I don't know.
good thing or a bad thing?
We'll see. They didn't even ask me for a signature. They didn't even come to my door. So
So like we already got the percentage.
probably.
We already got the majority vote.
What happens if you don't pay your fee, your fines?
Oh, dude, they can come after. Well, I don't know about the fines, like the little, like your grass not being cut and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think
I've never been fined, so I don't know.
I Googled it the other day, not about the fines, but about your HOA dues in general. Cause like I didn't pay mine for like 30 days. I was like, I don't know. I was thinking about it because they pissed me off. And then they started like hitting you with like late fees. And I was like, okay, I better pay this. But I Googled it just to make sure. And essentially, most HOAs will just put a lien on your house. And then if you still don't pay, they'll just sell your damn house right from underneath you if they can. Maybe that's an extreme situation, but
It's just like the power that they have just mind blows me that they can have the ability to just put liens on your house.
It's a scam.
I mean,
It basically feels like they're the landlord to your house.
you essentially sign a contract with them when you buy your house. I mean, that's a part of the agreement.
Yep.
That's why people don't buy in HOA neighborhoods a lot because they
Right.
don't want to deal with it.
And nobody tells you that when you're buying your first house. It's just not something anybody takes into consideration. I was
Yeah.
like, I like this house. You think when you're buying a house, you're like, yeah, I got a house. I get to do whatever I want to it. It's not an apartment. This is great. Little do they tell you, the HOA runs your life.
Yeah.
It
There's,
ruins your life.
there are things you cannot do outside.
No,
It's
they
not
are
allowed,
not. They are not.
Essentially a landlord.
basically.
Hmm.
I don't, it's not all bad. I think the HOA,
There are some good things. My neighborhood is always clean. Your
Yeah.
neighborhood is always clean. Like, there are some good things. They've paid for like Covington PD to patrol at night. It's got its ups, but
that's the thing. People like, you just have to know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Is part of it. And
it's the things they nitpick on. The yards, I understand.
Mm.
They could be a little more lenient sometimes, or be like, "Hey, why is your yard like this?" Before we just getting a thing pisses me off because what they do. I'm sorry, now we're in it. they include a picture of my house. I don't like that. I don't like that. I've talked about this before. That means there's never a car in the driveway. So that means they waited until I wasn't there to come take the picture. Come knock on my door. Let's have a conversation. Maybe you'll get me to buy into the HOA and understand why they do the things they do. Probably not, but it's worth a conversation.
Yeah.
We were friends at one point. You brought me a plant. Now,
Ready to burn it down.
that's right.
Burn that shit down.
My tree fell. Speaking of things that
I saw
fell
that.
down. Yeah, it was nice.
Did you pick it up yet?
I did. It was heavy as fuck. I had to lean it. I tried to just like lift it and like clean it and throw it over the fence. Too many branches. That didn't work. So I like leaned it and then I basically squatted it and pressed it over the top.
Well, I say at
Nice.
that point it's on the ground. You got your hatchet. Just go to town on it.
Yeah, but it was late. It was after the party. I was tired. It was hot. It's not really. It's just humid as fuck. And I was like, I do not want to leave this. I couldn't leave it there either because the lawnmower has to run right there and it would get all fucked up. So
Yeah.
I just got it over the fence, and Zayden was back there cheering me on. Like, go, Dad. I'm like, okay. I couldn't not lift the tree in front of my son. I had to,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You can't go out like that.
Right. The other one was no help. He was just,
That brings up another funny thing. I feel like I'm just dominating conversation here, but I have a thought. With your kids around, like there's certain things where you realize you're in it and you're just like, I have to lead by example now. I can't be the one to not do this. For example, when I was cleaning up before the party the other day, there's a lizard just running on the back. And I'm like, Dylan, come see, it's a lizard. She's like, oh, cool. She's like, can I touch it? And I'm like, yeah, you can touch it. She's like, can you grab it so I can touch it? And in my head, I was like, now I'm at a crossroads. I'm either grabbing this lizard and letting her touch it, or I'm bitching out. And now daddy's scared of lizards.
see, I don't dislike lizards, but also like I don't just want to touch a lizard like willingly. So I hit my son with, I'm not the one that wants the lizard. You want the lizard. If you want the lizard, man up and touch the lizard. I don't have to touch the lizard. I don't want the lizard. Are you afraid of lizards? No, I'm not afraid of lizards, but you want it. I don't want the lizard. That's it. That's how you play that.
That's fine.
No, it's like that with frogs. Like, go see a frog. It'll be some like, it was like a toad just on the window. And he just goes outside and he's just touching it and like wants to grab it. And he's like, Daddy, get it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to get it. I was like, it's going to have a lot of, stuff on it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
One time we had a frog and he had opened the door and it went in the house. And that was an event because he's wanting to grab it. It's just hopping all in the house. And it was a tiny frog, so it's already hard enough to try to find it and keep up with it. But
I feel like
we eventually got it on a dustpan.
Yeah.
My son tried to call me out in public the other day. We went to Tandem. I've told you he likes to go to Tandem and just because he likes to walk from the little parking lot down the street and just walk to the coffee shop. So we go there, and like we were in a rush. I was trying to get home, so like, we went to the bathroom. And the one time I didn't wash my hands when I left the bathroom. We're in the middle of Tandem waiting on my coffee, and he goes, "Daddy," I'm like, "What? Why do you never wash your hands when we're in the bathroom?" I'm like, "Hold the fuck up." I was like, "It's just one time. I was trying to get out quick. I got you and your brother acting like fools in the damn bathroom, so I got out."
Yeah.
And you're here calling me out in public. I'm like, "It was one time." He's like, "Bobby never does either." Just in the middle of the coffee shop, full as fuck.
Airing out your business.
I was like, "Dude, what are we doing?" I thought we were cool.
That's funny. That's a whole nother conversation and topic. There's people go back and forth all the time about like, I don't need to wash my hands after I pee. Like,
And I do. It was the one time. I'm sure you've been there. The kids are just acting like a fool in the bathroom. Zayden's I'm trying to pee. He has an obsession with opening doors. So he's trying to open the door while I'm peeing. I'm like, we got to hurry up and get out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gotten hard as I've gotten older too. Cause now I used to be able to take Dylan and let her, I'd be like, all right, you stay over there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go over here and pee, but you can't, like, you're a girl. So like, this is weird. You just can't be that close to me. Okay. And you got to face the other way. But now she's like almost 6. I'm like, I can't bring a 6-year-old in the stall while I pee.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. So yes, trying to rush in and out as fast as possible. And also, poor girl, I'm probably setting her up for failure because when I would take her to the bathroom, I would be wiping her. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you didn't touch anything. You literally touched nothing. Just go. Like, you don't have to wash your hands. It's fine.
That's how I feel like I've washed my hands more with my son because he's all about washing his hands.
Mine are too.
And he's just like, sometimes I'll try to like sneak out because I'm like, just a quick go pee or something. And he's like, "Daddy, when you wash your hands?" I was like, "Yeah, you're right, buddy. Yeah, let's go wash our hands."
It's like Patty, like it's one of those moments you have to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say don't wash your hands if that's something in his head, go for it.
Yeah, I don't understand. I wish I could get excited about the little things like kids get excited about.
Yeah,
my 2-year-old walks in a bathroom and he gets ecstatic over washing his hands. Doesn't do shit. He just wants to wash his hands, and it like makes his day. I wish there were little things like that just made my day.
Yeah. I mean, he's seeing all these things in all these places for the first time, or like it's just also like vibrant and new to him. It's awesome. If you think about it like that as a kid, like, all these things are still fun. Me, I've been to these coffee shops a million times.
Nothing is new.
I'm like, okay, what music are they playing today? Do I like the music? Give a shit about this bathroom that smells like eucalyptus.
Man,
when we talking about flags earlier, I wanted to talk about it last week. The flag football conversation.
Yeah.
With the guy, are we all in agreement that there's just no shot in hell that they'd be able to make the actual team?
I don't think we are in agreement. I think me and Patty might be in agreement a little bit on this.
We're talking about NFL players versus which side are you on?
I'm on the NFL side.
On the NFL side? I think Dave and I are on the opposite side. I think I was talking about this the other day. The skill set that it takes, granted, it's very similar, but the details are so minute. Like, think about it like this, right? Like when you're playing flag football, even your like quick slant is a different quick slant. It's not as like overdone, pitter patter, whatever, trying to break free. Cause a lot of times there's no bump and run. They can't touch you. And as a quarterback in flag football, I'm expecting it to be quick. Like if you go out there and you give me 4 or 5 extra steps in a route that I'm not expecting, you ain't getting the damn ball. Like there's little things like that are going to matter. Also pulling flags. It's not easy.
It's not. Now, sorry.
No.
Today's like the younger generation of NFL grew up in 7-on-7 flag football. Most of them understand flag football. And now, granted, like we're talking about them playing countries that are brand new to football. No matter who we put out there, we should win. We should be able to
get waxed in actual football to Canada. Was it
That's
Canada?
true. I don't know. It was like Japan.
Yeah, Japan.
I don't know how. We still don't know who the fuck was on that team. Anybody's ever heard of. But like, we should be able to put the flag football team out there and win. It also depends on like what rules are they going with. How is this going to work? I don't remember. It's like 5-on-5. Yeah, like, and I think what I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at it as the NFL players think that they could show up to a field tomorrow. We're talking not like a bunch of Chiefs together, a bunch of Patriots together. We're talking we got receivers from one team, another receiver from another team, just a bunch of guys thrown together that they think they could just show up and wax this pro flag team. And I don't think that would be the case. Would the NFL team maybe still win? I think so. But the game's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
Yeah.
Because like, you can see, what's the dude's name? Something Doucette is his name. Yeah. But like you can see, he's not like a great thrower.
Yeah, it's unorthodox.
Right? But Patty can vouch for it too. The best quarterbacks in flag football that I've experienced are not necessarily the best like high school quarterbacks. It's a different type of quarterback.
Yeah.
Like you gotta, you're rarely like trying to thread the needle, right? Yeah. Like it's just different. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just different. But if the NFL put together a team, they got a few months to practice and like really get to be a flag team, they're gonna destroy the pro team because it's the level of athlete is just not to say the other flag team isn't a bunch of athletes because they're all probably better athletes than me, but the NFL team with like months to practice is gonna wax the pro team because they are the 1%. And then if you get them together to actually play together.
Yeah. I think so. Another caveat to this too. I agree. I think that my initial thought is like the amateurs or whatever you want to call them will wax them today, but you give the NFL team a week, a month to get that timing down to understand how to actually play the actual game. They're probably going to win. But the other caveat is when people are building these teams, I keep seeing everybody build their flag football team that they think is going to go play in the Olympics. And they put guys like Cam Jordan or like edge rushers and shit. And I'm like, first of all, if you think anyone that big is going to be on a flag football field, you're out of your mind.
I could see like a TJ Watt or like, cause he's not like, he's big, but he's not like, he's a shifty DN.
Yeah,
like
why?
I don't know.
Like
it's got to be like both sides of the field players, like linebackers.
I mean, you could make the argument that
would it all be offense?
You could make an argument that there's some cornerbacks that, because you're going to just try to put the best athletes.
You're literally just going to put the fastest, shiftiest dudes out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even going to be like some people are like Jamar Chase. Yeah, sure, probably. But like, it's going to end up being other guys that you're not even thinking of. That like Devin A. Shane is going to be like your.
First off, the ones that everybody wants are not going to be allowed to play. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is not going to be on the. And like everybody puts Mahomes. That's not who I'm picking. Like if I get my choice quarterback, we're putting Lamar out there. We're just going to have a great time.
I think I made a joke. I was like, you're probably going to get like Kyler Murray throwing to Rashee Rice.
Not
and
even
it's
that.
Gonna be phenomenal.
There's
or like Caleb Williams.
I'll go on record right now. There's not a starting quarterback in the NFL that will be on.
That's fair.
I don't think there's a starting 22 from any NFL team that will be any member of a starting 22 that'll be on a flag team.
You don't think so?
I don't think so because like, I mean, maybe.
Like they won't want to, is what you're saying, or they won't be allowed to.
I think a lot of them want to. I don't think that. So, like, I've heard like different podcasts talk about it where that, they agreed to let the NFL players do it, but it's like a bargaining thing. So it's like, we'll let you do this, but you're going to give us 18 games because of it. So maybe they get to, right? But like, who knows how that affects, like, we're really diving into it now. Who knows how that affects their contract? Yeah. Like, you think
like the whole NBA Olympics, they couldn't get any participation for the longest time, and then they finally got.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to look at the NBA does send the best players, but
sort of. I mean, guys been turning it down left and right these days.
Yeah, but you still got like Ant and like Zion would be on it. This
past one was the most that they've had. Like, not everybody, but the most superstars that they've had this year.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know it's not it's not tackle football, but I still feel like the injury risk is higher.
Oh yeah.
Like what are the
Because it's all on turf. You know?
Yeah, well, granted, it's in the U.S. this year or whenever that is. So like they're going to be playing on a great, like the field they're playing on is a field they're used to, and like if they're allowing them to play, they're not going to be playing on fields they don't like.
No.
But like I say you start in 22, but like I could see somebody like Rashid Shaheed being on the team, and that's somebody that would dominate.
Yeah, somebody like that. Somebody that's just super fast, shifty as hell.
And that's I think that is the level of player across the board we would need to send to dominate this.
I agree.
I've seen people point out like this is how we lost the 3-on-3 tournament in the Olympics for basketball because we didn't send anybody. Like the best player was Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah,
which I guess that's the better comparison because it is a weird set of rules. I don't know, but basketball is international, so it's not really comparable.
Yeah,
then again, the Japan team.
Flag football's got to be bigger than we think in other countries. There's no way they just said, we're going to put this one sport in that only one country's good at.
Yeah. Definitely a better addition than breakdancing, right? Like if we're talking specific things.
Probably, but let's be honest. I don't think it's going to give us the stories that breakdancing gave us this last year.
Unless.
Until someone has a horrible injury.
Unless it goes terribly wrong for the U.S. and they don't win. Then you'll never hear the end of it.
Is that terribly wrong though? Like if they lose?
Yes. Oh, if the U.S. doesn't, if the U.S. loses a game, they'll never hear the end of it.
I can see the excuses being like, "Oh, it's just flag football. Come see us in real football." Or something.
Oh, that'll be the spin. But you can't clamor to want to be in the Olympics, like be allowed to be. If it's NFL players, because they clamored to be allowed to play. So if we put out a team of NFL players and they don't win, they deserve to be shamed forever. Shame.
Their contract just gets cut.
It's all right.
You're done.
I have a take.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a hot take, and I don't even know how you'll feel about this. As a fitness person, you may agree with this.
I'm getting fat. Don't. I mean, I'll listen and I'll pretend I know what I'm talking about.
I have a belief. Okay, there's no such thing as a good protein bar. There's some that are just less not good than others.
Yeah, I mean, it's all opinion based, right? Like, it depends what you like. Because like I genuinely do like certain protein bars. Like I've started eating the Bear Bells bars or whatever. Those are good.
See, this came about because I found some at Costco that I will eat. I guess I like them as far as protein bars go.
Yeah,
but like they're okay.
Yeah,
they're the better of the protein bars I've had. But I wouldn't go as far as to say they taste great. They're just good for a protein bar.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a good protein bar. If somebody has a good protein bar, I'm open to suggestions.
To be fair, you probably shouldn't be eating protein bars.
Okay, here we go.
You just shouldn't. I mean, I eat them. I eat them, but like most of them are made with junk. Like
I need a quick snack with some protein in it.
Well, yeah. In that situation, see, and I talk about this a lot too, like the barrier to entry with like healthy lifestyles.
We didn't rant about the Costco chicken guy enough.
Dude. I'm telling you, like, we got to stop. Like, even what I just said, like that, somebody will hear that and they'll be like, oh, I shouldn't eat protein bars. Well, no, if you're trying to get protein quick, like, absolutely. If that's all you can do, there's better ways, but like some people can't do the better ways. And that is still like, it's kind of like, should I brush my teeth for 30 seconds or just not brush them at all? You should absolutely brush your teeth for 30 seconds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's still things that matter, but yeah. So the Costco guy, basically telling you not to eat Costco chicken because it comes in a...
Do you have thoughts on the protein bar before we go off on the Costco guy?
No, I'm the same way. It's like, I don't think the more protein that you put into a protein bar, the worse it's going to taste. So, I mean, you can get a protein bar that's like 4 grams of protein and it's going to taste like candy and taste great, but most of your...
Because that's not a protein bar.
Right.
Most are like your okay proteins that are like 15 to 20 grams of protein bar. They're going to taste okay.
Do you want to take a guess at what the flavor of the protein bar is that I found that I like?
Cookies and cream.
Oreo.
Yeah. There you go.
And I think it's coated in like a layer of like dark chocolate. So like that helps.
Yeah.
But
have you tried the Bear Bell? There's a Bear Bells cookies and cream. It's a little more like creamy. It's not like It's not like that chalky.
Yeah.
Like I think you'd probably like it.
Yeah. My wife doesn't like them because they're too chewy, which is definitely a thing. I've never had a protein bar that's not chewy. I think that's just a thing of
Yeah, it's just that
Bear
texture.
Bells is a little chewy, but it's not as chewy as like Quest or like some of the other ones.
I have to try those. Anyway, the Costco chicken guy.
Yeah, no, I mean we both kind of went in on this on Twitter very briefly, but like everybody comes out with these videos all the time of this is healthy, but this is not healthy, and blah blah blah. The guy goes to Costco, he picks up the bag of chicken, and he's like, "You should not be eating this," and he goes through all these reasons why, because of the I don't know pair of fates or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That's what I said. I was like, "Pero, what?"
Yeah,
yeah. He's like, and then they put it in this bag and then tell you can microwave it. You can't microwave a plastic bag. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
First off, I've never taken the entire chicken in the bag and put it in the thing.
Usually it gets eaten as it gets home when it's still warm or it's prepped into something.
I hate that it's in the bag, first off. That's one thing Sam's does better than Costco.
Yeah, the
container is so much better. Like I don't know how you do it. I usually take it out anyway and just like shred it up, cut it up, and just put it into like a Tupperware thing. And that's just eat it out of that. But yeah, fucking good. What would you have done? Like, I would have had to try to ruin his video some kind of way. I don't think I would have said anything to him had I seen him recording that in person. But I think I'd have took a basket and just kept taking chicken after chicken. And like, as he's talking, there's a guy in the back just loaded up on Costco chickens. Then he's like recorded other people's baskets with like how many chickens they have.
Yeah.
Like, bro, stop recording my basket.
I just hate it. Like, you're shaming people for eating something that's relatively healthy.
Yeah.
It's high in protein. It's not fried. Like, and it's cheap. Yeah. It's freaking $4.99 or something like that. Like, some people are broke and they're trying to eat healthy, and now you're telling them they can't. What do you want them to do? Go to McDonald's?
There might not be a better value. I mean, like, there's some fast food values out there, but as far as like healthy foods go, there might not be a better value than the Sam's or Costco chicken.
Hard to beat.
Some guy went to Sam's last week. I guess he had a restaurant or something. He had to have been stocking up for the apocalypse for rotisserie chicken because they had 3 carts and they were all double stacked rotisserie chickens from Sam's. And I'm like, you just probably bought their entire stock of rotisserie chickens. I'm like, what are you prepping for?
I'm about to look this up. I want to know how many chickens Sam's and Costco go through in a day.
Oh, it's got to be a lot.
Rotisserie chickens.
Just continue to talk while
for $5.
Oh yeah, and they go quick, dude. Like,
well, people like wait like it's a fresh bakery, you know, with like warm croissants. They wait in a huge line just to get the rotisserie chicken.
It's hard to beat though. Like they taste so damn good.
Yeah.
That fresh, hot baked. Get me going now.
Start eating it on the way in.
I'm telling you, it's hard to get it home. I'm just like back in the day with McDonald's trying to get the fries in the bag. You know, I'm trying to get that chicken open.
Although McDonald's fries, they don't hit anymore.
No, I don't.
Fast food in general is just kind of, I don't know. And like McDonald's, they brought back the like chicken selects, but it wasn't really the chicken selects. It looks different. Popeyes has snack wraps now.
Yeah, and they won't bring back the red bean wrap. What are we doing?
Just teasing us.
You know who is consistent and just never misses when they add something? Chick-fil-A.
Like, what do they add? I guess they add stuff here.
Every now and then they'll
like the pimento cheese sandwich. I'm good on that. But
it was good. I tried it. It was good because like
they do the little dragon fruit lemonade style. It's not food, but
isn't that like egg white grill thing? The biscuit or the whatever it is, the egg white breakfast thing. I think that's relatively new.
Is it new? I don't eat.
That's good too. That's like as far as like healthy fast food breakfasts go. That's
a good option.
That's a good option.
High
like
protein.
their grilled chicken. It's probably along the same vein as like a Costco rotisserie chicken. It's not the healthiest chicken option, but like if you need fast food, like if you're on a road trip and you need like something healthy to eat, you can get it. I mean, like the fries are not healthy, but like it's not the worst thing you can get either. It's a little small thing of fries. Yeah. Like you can get a side of whatever. I mean, they got fruits and stuff like that, or you can just get a bunch of chicken.
Yeah,
that's like a whole TikTok thing. Is people going through fast food places and
making it healthy.
Yeah, like some dude made like he took the grilled chicken and the mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A and was like making buffalo mac and cheese out of it.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, that was not bad. So it's actually less than I thought it would be for some reason. This is from 2023. they sold 137 million. This is Costco. 137 million rotisserie chickens, which doesn't feel like as much as I thought it would be
In a year?
in a year.
That's quite a lot. Well, I mean,
If you told me
Costco's
if you
in
told
US?
me across the country Costco sold 1 million chickens a day, I'd believe you.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't sound crazy. I don't know how many Costco's there are.
yeah, that's the thing.
I
How many
assume
Costco's?
like they probably, to me in my brain, I feel like they probably sell 1,000 a day at a store.
There can't be that many Costco's in Louisiana.
I don't think. No.
Less than
You
10.
think it's hundreds, like
At
maybe
a
100
store,
a day?
I'm thinking about it because they only roll out like
Yeah,
20 at a time or something
That's
like
true.
that. 40 at a time.
that's true. And I guess they also have all the other food right there too. Maybe you're picking something else. They sold 156 million hot dog and soda combos.
Makes sense.
That's not surprising. That's like $1.50.
That's the real steal of
That's
like
the
Costco
value.
and
Listen,
Sam.
If you're throwing health out the window, the
Oh, yeah.
value is the hot dog and soda combo.
Anything too. I mean, I'm a Sam's guy. I don't go to Costco, but it's the same thing. Like they have an icy for $1.
Dude, the pizza. You get a whole pizza for $10,
Yeah.
and they're huge. We started doing that for parties. Like, I'm not ordering from Domino's anymore.
That's the thing. I was never big on like heating up the Sam's pizza by myself, but for whatever reason, like whatever Sam's does at Sam's for the pizza, it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
And it's this massive slice for $1. They did stop selling the churros, which is kind of disappointing. Big churro guy.
Sorry, buddy.
Bummer.
I hate that.
Guess
Dave-
it
Dave-
wasn't selling. Taco Bell got rid of the
I love the
churros.
churros.
Now Sam's got rid of the churros.
Dave's gagging internally.
Nah,
It's like, ugh,
just
cinnamon.
just not for me, man.
Like a funnel cake, but with cinnamon.
Just not for me.
Cinnamon.
Speaking of unhealthy foods, I want to shout out Walmart.
That's a weird thing to shout out. but
It
go
is a
for
weird thing to shout out, but I'm not a big Walmart guy. I go to Walmart when I'm on my way home at 6 a.m. and it's like the only thing open and I have to get something for the day and I don't want to come back out.
Mhm.
But I ordered my Switch 2 from Walmart and they delivered. First off, they told me it was going to be there first thing in the morning when I pre-ordered it. And I was like, okay, it'll get there when it gets there, right? 8 o'clock in the morning, somebody delivered this Switch to my door from Walmart. And they gave me a free thing of Pringles and a Coke with it.
I saw that.
What a wonderful surprise. I was like, I don't even want these Pringles, but just the touch of doing that, I was like, what a
Marketing.
wonderful marketing thing for Walmart. And Walmart's never had that good of publicity before. All over Twitter, it was my Switch came with a thing of Pringles and a Coke. It was awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
They really, the Switch has done a good job of bringing back the nostalgia of video games, at least for the time being.
Yeah.
With the midnight releases and the Cokes and the chips.
Cokes and the chips really did it for you?
Yeah. I didn't even really, I drank the Coke.
But say,
I
have
don't
the
really-
chips been opened yet?
Yeah, the kids ate them. I'm not a big Pringles guy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love Pringles. Like if I'm doing chips, we're getting Doritos. If they gave me like a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos with them,
Yeah.
listen up.
Dude lost it.
Yeah.
Well, that was like back in the day, all the Call of Duty codes and stuff for double XP tokens were on the Doritos and Mountain Dews. And
But they weren't giving them to you. They were making you go out and buy more bags of Doritos just to get the codes.
or just being assholes and going in the store and scanning it with your phone beforehand. And you get home, it'd already be pre-used. You're like, oh, son of a bitch.
So back in the day, Coke used to do a points thing
Yeah.
where it was in the list. I used to go open them and steal the codes.
Jeez.
He was the problem.
I had a ton of Coke points.
Jeez.
You would think there'd be some kind of system where like the code doesn't activate until it's bought.
Yeah.
It was not. I mean, granted, this is probably 15 years ago.
Well, there's even programs now like where certain like toys release and then you can scan the barcode or scan something on it and it'll tell you like which character you're going to get. And so you can just literally sit there and scan everything until it picks up something.
Yeah. Buckets of iced coffee are having a moment.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that.
Ever since you got the one at the food truck fest, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
All the coffee shops are starting to be like, hey, we offer a bucket of iced coffee. And if you bring the bucket back, you can refill it for half price. I'm kind of in on this idea, to be honest.
Is that like, is there a limit to too much coffee at one time?
No, there's not. I mean, like
From a health standpoint,
health standpoint,
64
yeah.
ounce,
100%.
64 ounce of coffee at one setting.
Health standpoint, yes, there's absolutely a limit. Well, black coffee, no, right?
Yeah, the amount of caffeine you're getting in that.
Yeah, I guess there is a limit to caffeine, but like black coffee is somewhat good for you because
Yeah,
it's
but
a
you want
natural
a
fat burner.
bucket
But
of black coffee.
there's some like cold brew out there that you can just drink black and it's phenomenal.
I will go to Cured right now.
Yeah.
Give me the whole pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the other side of this is like it's kind of like one of the big ass beer thing where it's cool, but also by the time you get to the bottom of a big ass beer, it's just hot beer that is gross.
Yeah.
This I imagine is just watered down coffee and it's not great by the time you get to the bottom of it.
I don't understand our obsession as a nation with just needing things
Supersize it.
bigger. Just give me triple
Yeah.
what I normally should have.
Yeah, like realistically, I'm not gonna go buy. Like, just if we were doing some content or
It's
something,
fun.
yeah. If we were going to one of these places and it was an option, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm going there, I don't need to just buy most places will refill your iced coffee, like your cold brew for
Yeah.
you anyway. So like, I don't need a bucket there beside me while I'm working.
Did you end up drinking all yours?
Oh,
When
absolutely.
you had the
It was
bucket?
phenomenal. It was so good. But to be clear,
It
that
wasn't a full on.
that was like dessert coffee.
Yeah.
It was like brown sugar, cream. Oh no, brown sugar, oat milk.
Basically just cold,
Yeah.
like milkshake.
And I only got it. I really wanted beer, but I couldn't buy beer because it was cash only. And I'm like, well, I'm not drinking loaded tea. I can't buy water anywhere. So I guess
give me
this
the bucket of coffee.
pre-mixed bucket of coffee you got. It was wild.
Yeah.
Good times.
I'm scrolling through like my social media to see if there was any other topics I wanted to talk about. And we mentioned Cool Ranch, and Rolled Gold is making Cool Ranch pretzels, and that feels like a game changer. There's like 4 new flavors
Yeah.
based on like
It was like hot Cheetos.
it's like flaming hot,
dill pickle, I
garlic
think.
parmesan. There's garlic parmesan might be the best like seasoning period for anything. Like you ever had anything garlic parmesan that doesn't slap?
No, that's fair.
It's pretty damn good. Garlic parmesan, dill pickle, and then Cool Ranch are the flavors.
garlic palm.
Garlic parm.
Great time to be a big bag. I said that a couple weeks ago.
Right. It's always
So many good snacks that are just
Yeah. We can get a bucket of coffee and some
bucket of coffee,
garlic
some
parm pretzels.
flaming hot rolled pretzels, and
I did,
wash it down with a Rice Krispie ice cream treat.
I did keep scrolling and ran into watermelon fries. Somebody made like fries out of fries shaped watermelon and then made like a watermelon puree to dip them in for like a outside day. It's kind of neat. A neat idea.
Seems like too much.
Yeah, I mean,
watermelon.
yeah.
It really wasn't that bad. It was like he sliced it up and he had a crinkle cut, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
crinkle cut potato cutter, and he just like that's how he cut the watermelon. That was it. There was no special thing to it. I guess you would. I don't know. I don't really. I like watermelon, but I don't buy them because that feels like a pain in the ass to cut them.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
Yeah.
There's too much watermelon.
Yeah. Then what are you doing? You putting it in a bucket in the fridge?
Yeah, it's
You got
just
a bucket of watermelon.
too much watermelon. And I know they sell those smaller ones, but like a big watermelon, who's eating a whole watermelon?
You gotta have a party.
You have to.
You gotta have a party.
Does watermelon really taste like anything? Like when you,
I think
when
so.
you-
Yeah, watermelon.
like
has a
slightly
flavor.
sweet.
Yeah. If you get a good one, it's like actually right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he made the joke when I mentioned cantaloupe that it just tastes like water, which cantaloupe has a flavor, but it's certainly
Yeah.
more subtle than a watermelon. Now, like a really good cantaloupe does have more flavor.
Yeah.
But if you're comparing the melons, watermelon definitely has more flavor.
Underrated. The
Is-
melons in general.
the melons in
underrated.
general. Yeah.
I do like. I was giving you shit. I love a good cantaloupe. I love a good honeydew. I used to love watermelon more, and I think I've been more drawn to those lately.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Which top 5 fruits? Go.
Pineapple's been it's moving up in the power rankings for me.
Good.
I'm a big it's I don't know if it's 1, it's definitely 2. I feel like a good peach is coming in at 5.
Peach.
5. Okay. If you would have said like 2,
I like
was
a
gonna be
good. I
oh.
feel like peach is very versatile. I don't know, like if my top fruit.
Are we separating apples
Eh,
or just like the apple?
I'd just say apple.
Okay. Because like red apples wouldn't be on anywhere near my top 10,
Right.
but like a Honeycrisp apple is in my top 5.
Oh, for sure. It's like top 3, I think.
I think so too. Like if we're doing this based on my preferences, probably like strawberry number 1,
Okay.
Cantaloupe would probably be number 2.
Hmm.
The Honeycrisp apple would be 3. I'm gonna go banana, but I don't really just eat bananas that often. But my smoothies always have banana in them, so I like the versatility of a banana.
Yeah.
My dogs also like bananas, so that gets some points there. I don't know if I have a 5th.
I do like strawberry banana smoothies. So I
green-
feel like maybe strawberry's got to be up close to 1.
The green grape.
Green grape's good.
Yeah, I'm about to say grapes. Right, strawberry, pineapple, grapes, peach at 5, 4. I'm not big on like berries, like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. I'm kind of like,
You forgot one?
I left out the Satsuma.
Bummer.
Ooh, what gets bumped for the Satsuma? Satsuma's got to be tough. Yeah, I've got to bump the green grape.
Oh, that's tough.
It is tough, but the Satsuma is only in season, not that long. So, green grapes are year round. I mean, I guess they probably have found a way to sell Satsumas year round, I would assume. But, yeah, the Satsuma's too good for me to not put in there.
Yeah. Good call. These are good lists. Nobody started with, what was the one? We saw a list the other day and it started with like raspberry or something like that.
I'm going to look it up.
And I was like, you're out of your mind.
That was Jenks. Shout out to Jenks.
Yeah, shout out to Jinx. It was a good list, but
I'm not a big, like I said, I like berries and like other items, like a blueberry muffin or like a blueberry cobbler or like raspberry, and some cheesecake or something. Like I'll eat it like that, but I'm just solo dolo by itself. I'm not really just gonna go out of my way.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a sour guy, so I'm going pineapple, green grape, Honeycrisp.
So you don't put the green. If you're a sour guy, you don't go green apple.
No, I prefer the Honeycrisp. I like a good mix.
I agree. But you mentioned sour on the front end, which would be more towards the green apple. I find that
the green apples are too sour sometimes.
Yeah.
And
I never want a whole green apple. But like if we cut up a green apple, I'll definitely take a
the
slice.
candy apple.
Yeah.
The Granny Smith.
It counteracts when you get the little caramel on it. Or even the
Sweet,
candy.
salty.
Yeah.
You finished giving your top?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even know.
His top 5 was raspberry, banana, strawberry, blueberry, apples. And then I responded with, you got to separate the apples.
Yeah.
He was like, nah.
Well,
So that was that conversation.
That's fine. He didn't respond to me. I was joking, but I basically quote tweeted it and I was like, the fact that raspberry is number 1 is just wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like raspberries, that's fine. But to be like your favorite, I mean, how often are you eating raspberries that you're like, yeah, this is my shit?
The guy's hanging out in the woods.
Like even if you go to like you had it at yours, it was like a fruit tray. It doesn't have raspberries in it. It's like pineapple, apple, strawberries, grapes,
Yeah. The basics.
cantaloupe. You have to kind of go out your way for raspberries.
Mm-hmm.
The little hairs on the raspberries always threw me off.
Yeah, it's a little freaky.
It's like, this doesn't feel, is this mold? Is it supposed to have hair? Is it hair? Is it just strands of the raspberry? I don't know, raspberry. You freak me out.
All right. I don't know.
I'm just scrolling to see if I had anything saved. Somebody made a post. There was a bar in Philly. Did you see this?
No.
With the sign outside the bar, they wrote on the bar on the chalkboard sign. They said, "Could you beat Saquon Barkley in a 100-yard dash with a 15-second head start?" And they had a yes column and a no column, and they wanted everybody to just come mark it off. There was only one person that had answered, and they put no.
Yeah.
You think you could beat Saquon in a 100 yards?
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No. With a 15-second head start?
15 seconds for 100 yards.
What's the average 100-yard dash time?
I don't know.
I know the 40.
I was breaking it down in the 40s. So like
15 seconds, you have to hit 100. I
think
mean,
so?
say you run a 5-second 40.
right. So I think today I
You're
ran
close
like a
to the
4.7 in high school, 4.8 maybe. So I was on the slower end of the 40
Mhm.
in high school. So I assume now I'm probably like, let's say 6 to be safe. So I'm getting 80 yards at about 15 seconds because my second 40 is obviously not going to be as fast as my first 40.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you're not sustaining that.
Right. So
that speed.
I'm going to say, but like I work out. I do cardio.
I work out.
So it's like I think I could get to 80 yards in 16, 17 seconds. And then I got to run 20 yards in, like I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point. It's a good point. Because even if he runs a 40 at like 4.4, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's like 4.4, 4.5 guy.
Yeah. Now his second 40 might be pretty close to his first 40.
Yeah.
Like I think it's going to be close. Like this is like the race in the freeze situation. The other strategy here though, I think is like you might pace yourself a little bit. Like maybe you don't sprint the full first 40. Maybe you go like 80% on the first 40 and then when he's about to start his, that's when you haul ass. Like you got to save up.
I think 15 seconds is a lock. 10 seconds, it gets a little more interesting.
10 seconds, there's no chance. There's no chance I'm beating Saquon in a 100-yard dash.
I still think 10 is doable.
No way.
It's
like
possible.
5 second 40 is reasonable for like.
I don't think you're running a 5 second 40. I think your 40 is over 5 seconds.
Mine is. I can guarantee it.
I can guarantee you mine is.
In high school, mine was over 5. I also weighed 300 pounds in high school, so slightly different.
I was small. Like, I mean, I was taller, but like I was.
But worst case scenario, you're what, 60? You're at 60 yards when he starts. You don't think he can run 40 yards before he can run 100?
I think a lot of people are going to die out in that last 20.
100 yards is long.
It's a long
distance.
Dude, when we used to do 100, like we would do endurance days for football. I'm sure you went through that as well. Those 100-yard dash, and now high school was like the best shape of my life probably. And that 100-yard sprint is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like even the first one is not fun.
I'm also being realistic. I haven't run 100 yards in a
Yeah.
long time.
Right.
I'm gonna get off the
Can I
couch.
pay like $5
Right,
to
the
just
most-
watch everybody run 100 yards, see people puking, pulling hammies, rolling ankles?
I don't know what the equivalent, like I've sprinted on a treadmill for like a minute. I don't know what the equivalent of that is, but like it's not like that. It's not like a full sprint. It's like a 7, which is,
Yeah, I mean, I play like full court basketball at the gym.
that's a different type of cardio. That's short bursts,
Mhm.
But at least it keeps your stamina up. At least,
but it's
like
a
if I
different
had
type. You'd be surprised though. It's not the same kind of stamina.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to go out there and kill it.
I think you're
by
going to be
any
huffing
means.
and puffing after this 100, no matter who wins.
15 seconds
Absolutely.
is
I might have to dive across the finish line to beat him. But I'd like we gotta know. There's got to be somebody local that runs a 40 similar to Saquon, and we could test this out.
would be entertaining, like to see what my 40 would be now.
If only there were a series we could set up to pull this off.
So I had to Google it. Generally, a healthy, fit adult male might run a 100-yard dash in around 13 to 14 seconds. So I think you might be spot on with like
I mean,
10 to 15 seconds. 15 feels like it's a gimme.
15's too much. I feel like 10,
So
10
they're
is
saying
interesting.
yeah, maybe.
But like I said,
That
at
feels
worst,
quick. That
at
feels like
worst
the low
case
end.
It
scenario,
might be. It says average fit male.
if it takes you 7, like, I'm trying to do quick math.
I'm just
quick math.
right. I'm assuming.
6 yard, 40 yard dash.
See, 15 seconds. I don't know. 10. That's so tough.
15, I feel like it's a lock. 10, it's a little closer. But even at 10, to me, say you run a 6 second 40 yard dash. I mean, you're at least at 60 yards
Yeah.
by the time he starts, and then you just got to hope you run
You basically
40 yards faster than he runs 100.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's tight at 10. You might be right. You might be right,
10's the
but I
sweet
think it's
spot.
tight.
Great question is all I'm going to say. Great question.
10 is.
I saw something else similar. I wish I could find it. Did you see? I retweeted it. I'm trying to think of what it was. It was another one of those situations. We've talked about it before, but this was slightly different where it's like 4 options, right? And it's like, which one of these 4 could you do, right? And one was like run for 20 yards in an NFL game. One was like play catcher in an MLB game, score 4 points in an NBA game. I'm trying to think what the other one was.
Yeah, one was like rush for so many yards.
Yeah.
I got you. It was, I went to your Twitter. It said, what do you think you could do for 20 million? Catcher in a baseball game, rush for 20 yards in a football game, score 6 points in an NBA game, or base hit in an MLB game. The 14% that said base hit in an MLB game are full of shit.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Maybe they
You
play
laying down a
college.
bunt?
I don't know. Maybe they play like college baseball or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
14% of 2.7K people cannot get a base hit in an MLB game.
I'm going to agree with that.
But there's a lot of factors that play into this, which is what your response was. Like who's the pitcher?
Yeah.
Right? Like who
Yeah, if we're talking about Paul Skeens, like
I don't think I could play catcher. I'm not trying to catch that.
The only thing I think So some people were getting technical with this, and they're like, "Well, technically, it just says play catcher.
Yeah, I should be there.
I don't have to be good at it." And I was like, "Okay, that's fair."
Just take it off the chest.
Oh, shit. But would you finish the game? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think my hand would fall off. I think it hurts probably.
Oh yeah.
So
You
I don't.
just like pitch comment and then you get one to the
I lean towards the basketball part of that because I feel like
It's 2 threes.
Yeah, you might be able to like
Leave me open in garbage time.
not even that. Like you might get lucky if they're forced. I'm thinking they're just force feeding you the ball, right? Like I could probably pull up from half court 100 times. I'm gonna make 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's my whole thought process is I'm gonna luck into 6 points, or somebody's gonna forget to take a charge, and I'm gonna get a couple free throws here. Now I gotta hit the free throws, but that's a hell of a lot easier than the 2
You're
threes.
just gonna be running around trying to take charges the whole game.
Right. I might try to get this team into the penalty.
I'm either getting fouled out or I'm going to the line. Damn.
One of our best clips was you saying you could get 10 yards in an NFL game. So
I still
now we're
stand
up
by
it to 20.
That was receiving though. That was different, right?
No, I think we just said, could you get 10 yards?
Oh, that's what it was. And my argument was I could just run a 10-yard pattern, catch it and fall down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'll just sit in the soft zone. I was like, I'm assuming they're going to target me.
Straight curl routes.
Yeah. I'm just going to find the soft spot and you just get it to me. I'm arguing the same thing though with this. I'm saying if I'm choosing one, I could get 20 yards in an NFL game. And the reason is I'm assuming that I can do whatever the hell I want.
You're going to tush push 20 times.
I'm tush pushing every play. We got. I looked it up. There's an average of 65 snaps in a game. That means I got 65 opportunities to get 1 yard.
But the tush push seems to only work for one team.
Well,
And it's Jalen Hurts that is the key.
I'm not
the
doing-
O-line, obviously, but Jalen Hurts is the reason it really works.
So here's the thing. I'm not actually doing a tush push. I'm doing a Tom Brady quarterback sneak. I'm just going to be like, yo, line, push forward. I'm going to find one little gap and try and wrinkle through. And I fully understand. I'm probably getting a half yard here every time, maybe. And I'm getting crushed.
I was going to say, you got to get up.
I'm getting
You got to get up
crushed.
20 times.
That was my only thing. I was like, maybe I don't make it through the game.
Right, because there's going to be a few
Right.
that you just get stuffed.
Oh,
you might
yeah.
even lose some yards.
I might. I might like lose
That's the
2
thing.
yards here and there.
The other thing, it doesn't say that you have to end with, like, you just have to get 20 yards. It doesn't say we're subtracting the 20.
That's fair.
Because, like, if you got to play the whole game and you got to start kneeling down,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Nope, we ain't doing that.
Turnover on downs.
It's a read option. Here you go.
It's like the end of basketball games where they give the ball to somebody else because they don't want the ball to be in their possession when it
Oh, so
goes
they don't get a turnover.
to turnover. Yeah.
Yeah.
20 yards is a lot.
It is. I understand it's asking a lot, but I'm 6'3". I think that I'm physically able enough to be able to fall forward in a gap if I see a gap. Now I also understand I'm probably getting pushed back sometimes. My center might get killed.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. My first question was, how many times can I quarterback sneak, and is my offensive line any good? Because if I can't quarterback sneak and my line sucks, I'm cooked.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I might be willing to give you the 10 yards argument, but I don't know. 20 is.
You got 65 chances.
But
to get
my
a half
whole-
Tell that to like
my
all the
reasons-
people I bet on
Yeah.
during
right.
the season
But
that are NFL quarterbacks that couldn't get me
But
20.
they're not getting 65
But I
touches
was
for
gonna
a
say,
reason.
They're not going into it with the mindset of what I'm going in it with. I
You
don't
don't-
care if we win.
Yeah.
I don't care if I fumble. I'm literally just trying to get a half yard every time.
See, I disagree. I think there are times where they're like, we're going to get, like, the game plan says Alvin should be able to get 100 yards easy. He gets 20.
Yeah.
How many times a season do you have a fantasy football player that's playing the 32nd ranked Russian defense and this scrub that you had to pick up for the week should be able to luck in the 45 yards and he can't? You know what I mean?
But my point is, if I'm that scrub, am I guaranteed I'm getting the ball 65 times? Because that's a little bit different conversation.
In your scenario, you have to be playing quarterback
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I am the quarterback.
because you're not getting up 20 times if you're the running back taking that many.
No, absolutely not. And I still understand, even though I'm falling forward, they're punching me. Like
Yeah.
they're jumping on me. Like I'm getting beat up.
Your O-line's going to step on you like
Absolutely. It's not going to feel good.
No, you're gonna be taking the snap one leg and at one point doing the Drew Brees thing a couple times. Where you just
He's going to be on the wrong offensive lineman. Like, hey, center's over here. And you're like, oh, yeah.
Shit.
I have another idea though. What if I'm the kick returner?
You don't get rushing yards like that. That's return yards.
It didn't say you had to get rushing yards. It just
I
said you
thought
had
it
to
did.
get. It said 20 yards.
That's
If we're
slightly
counting,
different.
if we're counting
I don't
return
know.
yards, I just got to catch the kick.
Yeah, the
I'm
new
getting to the
kickoff
10-yard
rules.
line twice before they get to me.
That's fair.
I might get to the 15-yard line before somebody touches me, and then I can fall down and nobody can touch me. Like you're healthy. That's the cheat code. I
Yeah.
changed my answer. I'm getting 20 yards in a football game.
And new kickoff rules too. They can't
Right.
really like run full speed at you with momentum like they used to.
And the argument would be you got to catch the kickoff. I'm catching the kickoff. I might fumble a couple times, but I can catch a kickoff.
Even if you let it hit your chest and then pick it up and run with it, like
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Like now,
That's what would happen. The first possession, you do that, and then you end up fumbling, and you get just destroyed. And can't
right. And like
return
he's
any more
saying,
kicks.
new kickoff rules. They're not just kicking it out the end zone.
No.
Now, if it's 8 yards deep, I'm taking it. Y'all better 5 yards at a time. Maybe we got this.
We're moving forward. That's all that matters.
It was like the most like make a wish like situation. Just like who is that returning
Here's-
kicks back there?
Here's the question though: if you're returning the kick and you're like, "All right, I'm taking 10 and I'm falling," if you see a hole, you going for it?
Probably because I'm dumb.
Right? You take that whole close up. You get your ass clean.
Oh, I'm
up.
kidding. Yeah.
I don't know.
The
It
ball's
felt,
going flying.
I only asked because I had the same thought process. Was I'm fully going into it with 10 yards, go down. But at 50, I see it. There's a lane. Pat McAfee cleaning me the fuck up.
Right, it's the kicker coming at
Yeah.
you.
And you think you got it. Nope.
just gonna hope you don't run into somebody who wants to take that penalty.
Oh.
So many rules nowadays.
You also better hope your
protect it a little
teammate
bit.
doesn't hate you. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Let's get you a guardian cap.
you know what? Your offensive line's going to hate you for making him tush push 20 times a game.
We're not tush pushing. It's a quarterback sneak. It's slightly different. We're
guess.
not lined up as tight. It's a little different. Now, granted, the defense is going to know eventually. We're doing this over and over and over.
He can't possibly do it a 33rd time in a row. Oh yeah, watch.
Watch me.
How many tackles do you think you could get in an NFL game?
None.
Yeah,
Zero.
You don't think you could accidentally trip somebody up one time?
I mean,
Listen, I think you could get one.
What are you,
I don't
Bruce
know.
Lee out here trying to like karate? chop?
No, I mean like if you dive at somebody's foot, like you could get a shoelace and they might trip and fall. It counts as a tackle.
245-pound knee
I think
to your dome.
if you put the over under at 1.5, I might take the under, but I could get one. I don't think I'm gonna get up from the one.
here's the thing I
don't
think you're
I
not
could-
thinking
I don't
about.
think I could do it.
They have guys that are trying to block you.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you're even
That's
getting to
true.
the ball handler.
I'm thinking like open field and like you got a bruiser coming at you. I could get in the way. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
gonna get up from it, and you just gotta hope that he falls after he runs you over. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to wrap up and tackle somebody. I think I'm gonna get in the way, and he might trip over my face mask
Yeah.
or something.
I'm-
after I'm gonna be knocked
You're
out
like the
cold.
Antonio Brown, where you just sit there and you get like kicked in
Listen,
the face, and then you still
right.
fall down.
Yeah, see, they're gonna have to tell me in the morning whether I made the tackle.
Yeah. Ears are ringing.
It's one and done. If I don't get him on the first one, it's not happening. But
Listen, I played high school football and I dabbled in defense, and I understood at a young age that I was not great at tackling.
I don't care how low you get. Low man don't always win.
I met somebody in a hole, and this dude was big, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm about to get run over, and he shook the shit out of me. I was like, "Where'd he go?"
It's like, oh, you didn't do what I thought you were gonna do.
So yeah, I don't know how well I'm
I
tackling.
wasn't junior. I was so little, and we'd run like Oklahoma drills, and it'd just be running backs that were 3 times the size of me. I was like, this is not going to end well. And I
Yeah.
tried to tackle him, and it was just
I'm okay. I was okay
Murder.
with just running full speed and hitting somebody. Like
Yeah.
that was cool, but wrapping up and
I hate it as a receiver. I hated when they made us do Oklahoma drills. I'm like, why? Why do I need this?
physicality, bro.
For what?
Because if you play for Sean Payton, you need to block.
Okay, so we do blocking drills. The
Well-
fuck am I doing an Oklahoma drill for?
Physical. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep saying physical.
Did they have that little faith in our quarterback that they thought I'd be having to make a bunch of tackles as a receiver?
Maybe.
Like, also, why am I put me against a cornerback? Why am I against the biggest defensive lineman on the team? Like, this is bullshit. I hated it.
trying to injure.
Right. I'm like, oh, now our receiver's out for the week. I wonder why. Motherfucker.
It's got wear and tear before the game even
Yeah.
starts.
Also, Oklahoma drills are not safe, and
No.
coaches should not be doing them, especially not like young
There's
kids.
there's so many drills that get put on Twitter every year. The one where they're like doing the tire tug of war. I'm like, this is not why. I understand we're just trying to see who's strongest here. Somebody's shoulder is about to get ripped out of their socket right now.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. That's all I got. Felt like a good episode, I'm be honest with you.
Miss football.
I do.
All this made me do is miss playing football and coaching football. And now I got
You can join
itch.
that 33-year-old league or what, or the 37-year-old league
Yeah.
where they go full pads.
No, I'm good.
I wish we had a flag league over here that I could commit to.
I don't think I would do it. My shoulder shot, and I'm not playing any position other than
See,
quarterback.
I would just want to play receiver, so I don't care about that. I love it. I miss when we, like, I used to go every week. I miss going to play basketball every week.
That's what I go to the gym and I'm playing. I mean, it's guys in their 30s. You get some high school kids and stuff, but it's like pretty good runs, just like full court, just playing something competitive gets the juices flowing.
It does. I'm a maniac too. I'll be honest. If I'm actually being competitive, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever. Is it the opposite? I don't know. But like, I am a different person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to do it because I need to get these competitive things out of me. Like, maybe there's other ways I can be competitive, but like, that's the only way to really get it.
Shit keeps you like it was last week. I'd had 2 threes early in the game, and then I had a game-winning shot, and I was wide open, hit the back of the rim, and I thought about it all night. Like the next day, I'm like, I should have made the damn shot, and it's like rec ball, like 5-on-5, but it's just like the competitiveness. I'm like, you stupid, you should have made a damn shot.
I pulled a Brett Favre. I'll put it that way. He probably cringed as soon as I said that name.
Well, there's a lot of things, like, you stole money from people,
so
you
probably
like
not in
feed
that
picks,
way.
you know
No.
what I mean? Like, what?
None of that. I threw a pick six to lose the game going into our championship game, and I thought about that for, I don't know, months.
Yeah.
Been there.
Months.
I was in a league in Hammond, and I was playing safety, and I dropped, like, it was just like basically like a pop. If there could ever be a pop up as an interception, it was coming right to me.
Yeah.
And one of those things where I was like, I was looking, I was ready to run, and I dropped it, and we lost the game. If I'd have caught that, we'd have won. It's a whole thing. Everybody's got a few of them.
You know what? I'm going back now. I remember this game specifically. There was like 10 seconds left. I got to tell this story. There was like 10 seconds left. We're winning. And I tell my guy, I'm like, hey, just 2 and turn around. I'm literally going to throw it at your feet. Like, I don't care if you catch it. I'm just throwing it low. And the DB pushed him out of the way, caught it at his shoestrings, runs it in for a touchdown. So now we're losing. We get the ball back with 2 seconds. And I hit my brother-in-law in stride, and there's nobody around him. And he's running, and he's going to score, and we're going to win. And he fumbles as he's running, just randomly. So God was not on our side. And in flag football, when you fumble, the ball's down. So it's like, great, now we lost. So I'm sure my brother-in-law also, for like months, was like, I can't believe I fucking... And I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking of the pick six that I threw.
He's like in the backyard, just practicing.
Rough times, man. Yeah, God was not on our side, actually. It was rough.
If we could just all go back. Although I did make it up the following week. I did make a game-winning shot. And like I said, it's always that cool thing. As soon as you shoot it, you're like the sideline and like, ball game. And you're like, yeah. And then it just goes in. You're like, yeah, ball game, bitch.
Yeah.
And you can sleep at night.
I could continue on this topic forever, but we got to wrap it up.
We do. I got stuff to do. It's late.
You.
You got to get up early.
Si, senor.
You got that work.
I won't even be in bed yet.
Work,
Awful.
work. You got that work.
All right.
Well.
Kisses.
Love you.